Welcome back to Nyarlathotep, Peru. Last session, our investigators met each other at Bar Cordano in the centre of Lima. A motley crew, a couple of academics and a couple of more robust outdoors types. Getting lit on Pisco's hours, they met with Augustus Larkin and his very suspicious-looking aide, Luis de Mendoza, who proposed the trip up to a forgotten pyramid up in the Andes. It seems quite an ideal trip. You got to speak to Jesse Hughes, or Jackson Elias, as you got to know him as, an author who specialised in exposing death cults. And he thought there was one at hand here that de Mendoza had something to do with. He proposed that she would go to see Professor Nemesio Sanchez to shed some more light on the situation. Jackson Elias will tell you, he offered his help. Augustus Larkin refused it. It's at the Museo de Arqueologia y Antropologica.
Where was that again? Say that again.
Someone's been on the Pisco's hours.
So the night goes by, does it?
Yeah, the night goes by. You wake up, you hear some sort of like sounds in the corridors outside. Sometimes it might keep you a little bit awake, but nothing barges rudely into your room during the night.
No vampires.
Is Hudson murdered?
Oh, Hudson, are you returning to meet them at the hotel in the morning? Or do you have other plans?
No, I said I'll be there breakfast time.
Okay, well, then you would find the four of them, including Jackson Elias, having breakfast. Minus the Pisco sours, unless you wish to have them. There might be a non-alcoholic version you could have.
Pisco Virgin for breakfast.
I only get Pisco again. I'll have another one.
Yeah, I mean, all this is technically on Larkin's tab still.
It won't be when we find him dead or something, will it?
Well, he went back to the Hotel Spaniard, and you're not due to meet him again unless you went to visit him until Monday morning, 8 a.m., where there'll be trucks outside ready to do the journey. Jackson Elias is there. He hopes you all had a good night's sleep. Obviously, nothing to worry about. You can do what you wish in the morning. The appointment's at 2 p.m. It just gives you opportunity. If anyone wants to do anything particular in the morning in Lima, you can do so. You can bring forward the appointment if you wish a little bit earlier, but the actual appointment is due at 2 p.m.
I would like to ask Hudson and Amos, I don't know who would be best equipped to do this, but to help me pick up some clothing, the right clothing for the climate.
Well, there's a market just outside the door, sells all sorts of attire.
If you don't mind, chaps, I feel rather overdressed here. Be a bit more comfortable.
You're going to join the Linen White Suit Brigade?
Well, yes, in for a penny and for a pound.
Not so much for the jungle, but yes, while you're in Lima itself.
Yeah, so I'll do a bit of shopping. That's what I'll be doing in the morning. I'll also pick up a hip flask if I don't already have one, because I have a feeling that alcohol is going to keep me from getting back on the steamer back to London right now. It's going to. I need a bit of courage with what I'm getting up to here. So I'm not an alcoholic particularly. I don't consider myself to be one, and I don't act unruly. I think my first consume alcohol roll, whatever will be rolled on Constitution, says to me that I handle alcohol quite well. I nailed that one, so I'm just going to make sure I've got some at hand.
Certainly do handle it well. Yeah, that role.
You ever watched Archer?
No.
Hardly recommend it.
Okay, well, it's a functioning alcoholic, and
that's the bunny. Yep. So you have watched it. Come on.
Well, I'm a gambler as well, so I've got vices.
Right. Well, there's still promise of much gold at this pyramid.
Yeah, I'm not responsible for my debts. Actually, my father pays those, so I've got no real need to make money to pay off any debts. I'm not interested in that so much.
You just want to go back and rub it in Daddy's face.
I mean, without doubt, the pyramid would be an archaeological discovery.
Yeah, that's what I'm after. I'm after kudos. Yeah,
I mean, that is without doubt. That is certainly a reason that Jackson Elias would continue on, as well as his book. Obviously, he's writing.
Well, just taking a butcher at Larkin's picture, dude does not look well.
No, he did not look well. No one's a medic amongst you, but still, yeah, you could tell that much at least. Yeah,
he does not smell well.
So, is everyone going shopping? Everyone sticking together?
Amos definitely wants to go to market. Is looking. I don't know how easy it's going to be. He's buy boxes of ammunition. Are we tracking ammunition?
No, not particularly. No.
Okay, so I would like to buy X amount of ammunition.
Yeah, you can stock up. Yeah.
Okay. I also really likes a knife. He's got his Kephart knife, but he would like to try. Every kind of culture has its own imagining of the practical blade. He wants to try like a Peruvian bush knife out of his own interest rather than him needing it.
I guess Hudson would be an expert on any sort of Peruvian knives because he's hacked his way through the jungle for the last few months, whatever he's been doing.
Machete. Just to be clear, not a weapon. No,
Okay,
a
just souvenir.
practical knife, for
Okay.
like a bushcraft knife.
One's
Their
used for
equivalent,
everything.
yeah.
Okay, we're all sort of sticking together, and people were using our skills like Spanish speaking. It becomes, you can pick up what you require without much difficulty. Obviously, if you're not Spanish speaker and you wander around, it's a lot tougher on your own. But if you stick together, Jackson won't be with you on this shopping. He'll meet you at the university a bit later on once you finish your shopping trip. Yeah, as I said, this city is pretty cosmopolitan. You don't massively stand out here. You don't feel any threats to you. It's quite a bright, sunny day. It's blue sky once again, humid, pretty much the same as it was yesterday.
So he basically said we can put things on his tab, didn't he?
Yeah, we said buy it and then he'll reimburse.
So my new knife is going on his tab.
I mean, obviously Larkin was going to be responsible for any of the more hardcore kit that's required, any ropes or any sort of like excavation equipment. That would be on the lorries that he's arranged to come on Monday. So a lot of that would have been down to him to do. But obviously that's more difficult to get. Unless you want to do anything else, we'll say it's time to move on to the university.
Yeah.
But you can meet Jackson Elias then. He'll meet you after your shopping trip. The university is within walking distance. The museum itself is a fairly new addition to the campus. The university was founded in 1551, so it makes it quite an old seat of learning in the Americas. But the museum was only opened 2 years ago in 1919. It's housed in a long 2-story stone building painted dark yellow fronted by the University Park. Jackson will meet you near the entrance. He says, good, hope you're well stocked up. Got what you needed? Professor Sanchez's office is on the ground floor, so he leads you through the main doors. It's Saturday, so it isn't massively busy here at the university. A lot of the students would obviously have the day off, but there are students coming and going. But Professor Sanchez is in tall ceilings of airy room with white walls and shelves full of books and artifacts. Domination of the room is a large hardwood desk piled with papers, books and journals. The window is left slightly open as it is quite warm here, so there's a breeze that flutters through that's rustling the papers. I have a picture of him, if I want me to put him up, organising some piles of papers as you enter, and he looks quite surprised with the 5 of you now walking through the door. He says, I was not expecting so many of you, but pleased to meet you. He looks towards Jackson, who introduces each of you. He says, they've each met Larkin, and, they're a little bit more clued in now what's going on here. The professor shakes each of her hands. Larkin's expedition, you've taken him up on the offer, have you?
Yes, I'm surprised that a gentleman of yourself did not take the offer to go.
Well, that is where you are wrong. I offered my services to him, and he refused.
Why so?
I can tell you quite frankly that he is a hequesos, a grave robber, as the locals would call them.
I knew it. It did sound a little like that, like a treasure hunt rather than anything sort of serious. It's just going up there and digging for loot.
Well, exactly. My point is, he did not want anything from the museum here, and we have all sorts of information about local pyramids and local sites of interest.
You know this pyramid, do you? The one that he's looking for?
Well, I had not before. I had heard of this Larkin expedition, but I have looked into it since, and I have found something of interest that I've had my assistant look into. It is something in old languages, a mixture of old Spanish and Queros and other languages that took a lot of deciphering. My assistant, Rezó, she is at this very moment in the storerooms getting an item of interest that has come from a pyramid, I believe. And she has translated some scrolls that we had here at the university.
Come from this pyramid that we're going to be going to?
Well, the scrolls themselves were writings from people who had found the pyramid before. She had not finished the translations, but there was an artifact that I mentioned that we have here at the museum. And she has gone to retrieve it. She should be here any moment.
I'll show the professor the chalk rubbings that are made of the artifact so far. Does he recognise any of these?
Fascinating. And you say Larkin found these at the site. Well, clearly from 2 different time periods. Am I correct?
This is what takes us out. These are over 1,000 years apart.
This one is Tiwanakan. This is from a civilization that is not a lot known of. The pyramid itself, when it dates from that period, would be very interesting, of course. This other one is far more recent, an Incan. He kind of looks at you. You obviously know that he sees that you know this information. It is unusual that these 2 artifacts would be found in the same location.
Have these time periods ever met before? The cultures, have they ever had interactions with each other?
No, they are completely. They're separated by 1,000 years. There is nothing in common between the two, apart from potentially the region. It is possible that these ancient or old artifacts could have found their way in, but not on their own.
Do you know what they represent? Are they religious artifacts? Are they deities? Are they pieces of art? What are they?
The original Tiwanakan may be some sort of religious pendant here. Yes, you can see it. That it would have originally had some sort of cord here and worn around the neck. The actual symbology itself, yes, it would match up with some of the more pagan deities that would have been looked at the time. This other one is more ostentatious, a little bit more obvious in its grandeur. This certainly is an Incan piece.
So the idea is then that this is a treasure hoard that's been put together in the past, collection of treasure that was stored there by the conquistadors.
The site itself has archaeological significant interest if we could find it.
Still, even though it will have been tampered with.
Still tampered with, maybe 500 years ago. It still will be a site of interest.
You wanted to go up there to research it properly, and then Larkin has decided...
Well, I am not someone who does field work. I require others to do such a thing, but Larkin is not to be trusted. But the artifacts, anything that's found there, that should come back to the Museum de Archaeological Anthropologia here in St. Maggot.
When you met Larkin, did he look poorly to you? Did he look an ill man, or was he good of health?
I only sent word to the man.
I've never met
physically met him, but he refused in a letter, and I have not pursued him. I assumed if he does not want my help, then that is fine. And I shall not give it. And unfortunately, that puts no power in where these artifacts or whether it's found at this pyramid. There is no say. I have no say of where it would go. Are you part of his expedition? What is your intent here?
Well, my original idea was to go there and look at the anthropological impact of the natives, but having these two artifacts 1,000 years apart is intriguing, no?
It certainly raises more questions than it does answer. Obviously, I can help you persuade Senor Larkin to return some of these artifacts. There is no legal requirement to do so. There is no laws against this sort of robbery. But if your men are of more upstanding character, then to return the artifacts here.
As long as we can come to some agreement that the Museum of Oxford gets a few pieces.
As long as these museums remunerate us accordingly.
Of course.
I mean, I have no problem with the university but I presume the university remunerates and purchases these items. They're not donated.
Of course, you will be remunerated. Just as long as they were not taken from Peru.
It's very Indiana Jones, isn't it?
Yeah, I love it, yeah.
As I say, there are no laws that can stop you from removing them from our country, but we appreciate that anything that you can do to have them here.
For myself, damage limitation is a concern. I don't particularly want a heavily armed and disruptive expedition causing carnage to the locals, be they animal or human.
Of course. Well, you're a man of action, of course, but you have your ethics by the looks of things. He gets a pocket watch out of his top pocket, and there's a look. She should have returned from the basement by now.
So we just wait patiently, just a little bit of a quiet moment.
Yeah, you can hear the grandfather clock ticking. So I'm sure she should definitely have been here by now.
Should we go and see if the lady is okay? Should we go and assist her?
Yes, I suppose the artifact may be heavy.
Why don't you take us to the artifact rather than bring the artifact to us then?
The storeroom is not far. It is in the basement, just below here. If you just down those stairs outside of my office, it is.
Well, I'm used to these kind of environments, archaeology students, so I'll stand up and say, well, there's no point in her lugging it out if it's causing her that much trouble. Why don't we go down and see it?
I see. I will wait here just in case you miss her. She might come up a different way, but
I'll look at the rest of you. Fuck it, I'm not going there myself, guys, so that's meta.
Well, we're all sitting there waiting for you to go.
You just watch me walk out the door. That's the last time you ever see me. We know what's coming.
We can either split the party. There's literally a song about not doing that. Or we're going to lose one of the important NPCs. Yeah.
So we shouldn't split the pie. We should stick together. That should be at least for now.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Girl. Always save the girl.
Zadok, lead the way and we'll follow you.
Well, I suppose I should, as I'm a bit more familiar with archaeology departments and bits and pieces like that. So I'll follow the directions in which I've been given while nervously looking over my shoulder to make sure that I am being accompanied.
Okay, Amos.
Would absolutely go with them. Yeah, 100%. I don't know if I'm like suspicious or anything yet, but if that's where we're going, that's where we're going.
Sure. Jackson Elias volunteers to stay with the professor, just in case. Tries to return another way.
He's got plot armor. Let's all be safe.
Jackson Elias. Jackson Elias, man. Okay, so
Played by Samuel Jackson. That's what I want.
It should be. In a film, he definitely
That
would
would be awesome.
You got to kill every motherfucking cult in the room. Okay, the storeroom itself is directly under Sanchez's office via a staircase. You can see it's quite a narrow staircase that goes down, enough for one at a time to go down. It looks particularly dimly lit. It's quite bright up here and airy. It looks quite dimly lit down there. There's kind of like there is electric lights, but they're not working on full power, and a few of them are out.
Is it safe to say, because I'm going to be entering down this passage first, which I'm not happy doing if a character senses anything that's untoward.
We're just going into the basement. It's fine. When has that ever gone wrong?
Of course, there's nothing serious down there, but we'll meet you down there.
Yeah. So I'm going down. Right, down the steps.
Are you all sort of following in file behind?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to call out the name of the assistant if we manage to get that, or just Miss. Is there anyone down here?
Trinity de Rezó was the name, but yeah, you can call down. The echo kind of finished quite quick, so it's quite a dead sound. It's definitely cooler down there. You're feeling the temperature's kind of dropped a little bit naturally because it's all underground here. But there seems to be a long corridor with doors as you reach the bottom, off to the left and right. You notice that one of them is ajar down there. There's like an electric bulb kind of hanging above it, which is kind of flickering at this point.
Professor Sanchez sent us down to see the item here in storage rather than having to bring it up. Are you there? So I'm going to allow somebody to go past me at this stage.
It's tight down here, and there is poor visibility. I say the lights kind of coming and going.
Who's behind me? I look round. Who's behind me?
Who would be next down end?
Don't all volunteer.
I'll say that I went next. I'm young and stupid.
You can slide past people.
And I'm not afraid. I'm not picking up on this like something's gone horribly wrong.
I'm at the back, apparently.
I'll say to you, Amos, would you like to just slip past and I'll press myself up against the wall so there's room to squeeze.
Yeah, and I won't say a word. I'll just go in front of him.
Okay, yeah, you can slide past each other.
I'm third, so I'll get some standing in front of Zadok, and I'll wait for him to walk in front of me.
Yeah, okay. I'm happy one person's in front of me, so I'll just continue at that point.
Okay, so the one that's ajar is the third door to the left. The others are shut.
So we're in a museum. Are there any plaques on the door that say like storage, cleaning, blah blah blah? Or they just blank
there would
doors?
be numbers on the door. No plaques to say what they are, but they would be numbered between 1 and 6.
I'll whisper to you, Amos. I think she may be in the far room.
I suppose if you're looking for someone instinctively, you would try the open door first.
You're not going to survive long.
As long as he fails his spot hidden, he'll be fine.
It is lit in there, but not well, so you'd have to push the door open.
I'm going to push the door open really casually as well, like it's just like I'm calling in for someone.
Open, and you're looking into quite a large oblong room here. Disappears off into darkness, but you see evenly spaced rows of floor-to-ceiling shelves. Most of the shelves are packed with crates, boxes, and bags, presumably containing a huge variety of artifacts and of historical interest. Lots of labels on them in Spanish. They're all labeled neatly, and everything is clean and well kept.
Spanish or Latin?
Spanish.
But there's no person in there.
No, you can't see anyone.
But I can't confirm that it's empty either.
No, you cannot see your whole room. You'd have to walk into the corridors and look between the two, as in the rows.
Well, then I shall, but I will be like Mark was earlier on, calling out, Miss,
pleading to the assailant that lurks within. Miss.
You walk down one of these corridors, and you notice to the right-hand side there is a number of crates that seem to have been pushed off the shelves and are broken on the floor. There seems to be a large pile of these artifacts are strewn across. Some of these crates are broken, like a large pile that's kind of blocking some of the way further down.
I suppose now I might start being a little bit cautious. That doesn't seem normal.
She had an accident, on my word.
Could be a struggle as well.
No, the boxes have fallen on her, I think. There was a large, heavy item she was trying to get down.
Oh, I do hope not. And so I'm going to go, when that's suggested that maybe she's under those boxes, without even thinking about it, I'll just move forward and start trying to move the boxes to see if there's anyone there.
Is there room to get round for that?
You can help. Yep,
Yeah.
you can potentially do so.
Absolutely.
You want to get and then help them remove.
I'll allow
There-
people to go past me to do that.
I'm a chunky boy, apparently, so I should be.
the boxes. Yeah, it's not a problem to remove them. And underneath there is, well, you think it once potentially was a young lady, maybe about 19, 20 years old, dark hair, but her body is completely emaciated. It has, first thing you notice, it has a large circular chest wound. There's a gaping hole in her chest, and it appears that she has no more body fat in her body. This would spark a sand roll from the pair of you.
Of course it would.
See, that's the difference.
Mark, if I could high five you right now, I'd be high fiving you, mate. All right?
I failed it massively.
I did
Initially.
not roll under that.
Okay.
All I had to beat was 80 and I got fucking 90.
Oh, no.
Oh, really? Blimey, that's not a good start. Okay.
I'm aware. Thank you, Stephen.
If you failed it, you lose 1d6 points of sanity.
Explain how the sanity rules work, just for the listeners, with the temporary sanity particularly.
Yeah,
How
if you
does it
take more
affect
than
Barry?
5 points of sanity in one go, you become temporarily insane. You have like a bout of madness, so you can't, for D10 rounds, you do something weird.
So
and
if I
random.
rolled a 6 on this, I would go insane
You
temporarily.
would go
right now.
temporarily a little bit bananas. Usually you'd go catatonic or something like that. If you sort of like take, I think it's more a percentage of your SAN in 24 hours, then you go indefinitely insane. So it's worth, keeping the track of
Okay,
it.
well, I rolled a 1 on that D6.
We're made of stern stuff.
That's it. So you don't go mad. You take it well, but you still take sanity, so you still react to it. So you will stagger back away from this site.
I mean, and I think actually this is probably my first time seeing like a human corpse, particularly in what seems like violent circumstances. So yeah, not a fun thing for a young man.
John, you noticed her shriveled face is frozen in a mask of terror, and eyes are still wide and staring.
So
What
this
is-
had to have happened recently, and that was not caused. This was covered rather than caused by the collapse. Crates don't steal hearts.
There may be something in here, in this room.
There might be someone, yes.
Start looking around. I'm going to put my hand on my revolver.
They don't want to have a torch or anything. That would be really useful at this point in time to find the nooks and
I would
crannies.
have no reason to take a
No.
torch with me.
So the lighting isn't great here.
Hung
I'll
up.
go and tell the professor, and I'm just going to make my way back to the exit of the
Yeah,
room.
you can start filing your way backing your way out into the corridor outside.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. If there's anything here, be careful. And I'm
Let the
turning around.
party and going off alone. You're a braver man than I. Oh.
I stop. I'm frozen in indecision. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll just stand still for a moment.
Is there any sign of the artifact?
Are you going to go look?
Nope.
You kind of recover from your initial shock at seeing the body, but you can see, both of you can see there's numerous artifacts that have been strewn around the body. You notice also she has some sort of book upon her person.
Well, I'm stalking the stats, looking for someone that's hidden, because this has happened very recently.
Okay, if
So-
you're looking, you can make spot hiddens.
I'd make a small wager here that I probably... Fuck no.
You're
Maybe
looking
I
around.
need the light. So if I can find a light source, I'll use that to push the roll.
Yeah, okay.
So
You
if
might
there
be able
is
to
a
find
lamp
like
or...
an electric kind of or
Does she
even
have a torch on her? Because if she's...
okay, make a luck roll then maybe to see if there's anything nearby.
okay.
Yeah, she would have used some form of light source, maybe. Yeah.
See whether it's been smashed or anything. Yeah, she might have that sort.
Oh, that's a critical,
yes,
baby.
Then you see she has a flashlight near her that will be used to illuminate any.
Yoink. And I will now push my spot hidden roll using the torch.
Okay.
Does that give any sort of bonus, or does it just allow me to make it?
Okay, you can have a bonus die to it. So the way this would work, you would roll an extra D10 with it. So you pick the D10 and the D100 and pick the best tens result. If you see what I mean.
So that was a 36 or a 16. I think I'll have that.
Well, you don't see anyone else in here, but you do notice there seems to be a strip of gold inlaid with certain kind of sigils and drops in one of these corridors. You do notice there is some blood around it.
What direction would that be going in? On the assumption that was dropped by the assailant.
moving back towards the door. But also, you do notice with that roll, there seems to be marks of freshly burnt skin on this golden bar, this golden kind of strip.
As if it was really hot and someone held it.
Yes, exactly that. Yeah.
Pick it up.
I'll pass. Yeah, I'll make my way there and see if I can see someone with a holding their hand or showing
You
some
think it
sort
would have gone out the way they come in, which would be for the main door, so it would have gone back up.
That's where
Stairs.
I'm at the moment by the main.
Yeah, so you're heading back in that direction, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this person's left before we came down because there's no other way they could have avoided us, is there? If we'd come down while they were still down in this area in the storerooms.
Amos, by the body, you would notice that she has a book tucked inside her coat.
next to the chest cavity.
Yeah. So this gaping wound is there.
So I am like gingerly going to try and take the book, but simply pass it. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. I'm not going to pass it to the professor. I'm going to pass it to Hudson.
Yeah, so it's just you and the professor in that room currently. Professor, are you keeping your eyes squarely away from the emaciated corpse?
Correct. I'll stand patiently waiting to be handed this book.
But
Okay,
surely there could be some anthropological interest in this. Try saying that. Go on, I'll fucking dare you.
Okay, you can take it. It has kind of like blood on it and other bits of liquids on it, which is a little bit
Okay,
nasty.
go on then. I'll do the next stupid thing.
But you don't have.
what is the book-
to. Like someone.
What is
it
the
seems-
book called?
Okay, well, it seems to be her notes, as if she was taking notes. So there's numerous notes in there. I mean, unless you're going to spend some time perusing it,
I'll go to the last entrant.
Then there is a handout for that.
Yeah.
She seems to have translated something for you all. Zadok, you hear screams from above in the main hallways.
Okay, I was about to go up there and tell everybody what had happened downstairs, but the screams would set me on edge. Because this thing, because I'm standing there and I'm working it out. I'm thinking this creature has whatever's killed her, this person that's committed this crime, has left this area before we came down. Otherwise, we would have encountered them on the way down. So they're upstairs or have left the building. There's screams upstairs.
Yeah, there's a scream, a blood-curdling kind of scream.
Well,
Okay.
I'm with him, so I'll run up there.
Okay, you all hear this.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'll put
Okay.
the book. I'll put the notebook in my inside pocket and quickly run.
Yeah, I'm going up. Yeah.
Well, upstairs.
The quicker I can get out of this room, the better.
Go upstairs. You smell smoke, and you can see the smoke is kind of billowing from a room past the professor's room down the corridor. Jackson Elias is there. He's crouched near a woman that seems to be in some sort of distress, and he kind of looks back down the corridor towards you. This woman's been stabbed. There was some sort of fire in this room here. But it's just a bin that's been set alight.
Distraction. Look anywhere else but that room.
Yeah, I'll run to Sanchez. That's where I'm going to go. I'd be concerned about the professor of archaeology. And, I'd say I'll also give the information to Jackson that there's been a murder downstairs in the storeroom. The assistant has been killed.
This woman appears to have been stabbed initially. There are other people there, but obviously people are calling for doctor or some sort of medic to help. She seems to have been stabbed by something quite large.
Who stabbed her?
So someone says a man, a white hat. So he had a sword. He says that in Spanish. You can speak Spanish. If you don't, need to understand what I say.
A gringo, a weapon extremialo.
The first person then to arrive at the office, Zadok, are you?
Well, the thing is, if
fair?
we're all running off and leaving this woman that's been stabbed
Yeah.
on the floor, I don't
Yeah.
think she should be left alone. She should be cared for, shouldn't she? So,
There are other students there, but they don't seem to have any medical.
yeah, but okay,
Capabilities.
there's people with her then. It's not like she's
There
been...
are, yeah.
Okay, I'll be stupid enough to enter the room first.
And then someone is calling out for a doctor. Yeah,
okay.
obviously.
Yeah.
So you can run down the corridor
Yeah,
away from the.
Yeah, I'll go down there. I'm concerned about the professor. We need to see he's okay.
Okay. Move into the room, and you see the professor is writhing in agony on the floor. He seems to be croaking something. It's bad. And he sort of like points towards the window that seems to be flung open. Make a.
Dash to the window.
As you do so, I won't make you a spot riddle on this one. You can see there are traces of rancid white waxes secretion on Sanchez's mouth, and you're quite certain in his stomach. You see him sort of clawed open his shirt. There is something rippling underneath his skin.
Oh,
I'm not looking at that. I'm going to the window to see what.
sorry. So I'm going to kneel down next to the professor then and try and calm him down. I look horrified at what's happening under his skin, and then remember the description of the body downstairs and kind of expecting something, well, to erupt from his body, I suppose, is what's killed the woman downstairs. I'm literally got like front row seat for the biggest sand roll of my life, I think, coming up here. But
You haven't seen Alien, so
I'm going to be caring for him, trying to calm him down. Is there anything he's trying to say to me now? I'll be very attentive to those words.
Or
Who was it? What did they look like? Try and get something off him before he dies.
make a sand check for this anyway. As you see this thing kind of ripple like a fist. It's kind of moved up into his chest.
Has it? Yeah.
And it's kind of, it's up in me.
59 I rolled, and I've got 50 sanity, so I failed.
You take D2 sand.
D2. Right, I'll roll a D2.
easy money.
You want to roll it for me?
Yeah, I'll do it. That's 2. I'll take 2 sand. Fine.
If you've only got 50 sanity, Mark,
Yeah.
you're not going to last long, are you?
I'm not going to get hold of this.
As long as his first insanity he gets is denial, he'll be fine.
I'll be horrified at this. I'm trying to get some kind of information out of him.
What is everyone else doing at this point in time? You've ran to the window, Hudson.
Yep.
What's Amos and Professor Burnett doing?
For not the last time in this campaign, the only thing that you're going to hear from me is the cartridge of my rifle being blocked.
Wait a minute. I'm confused by something.
He
Right?
took a rifle to meet the archaeology professor.
Well, I thought we were going on after that.
Oh, we've got a day or something, haven't we?
Yeah, there was 2 days to tell you.
Yeah.
Okay. Then probably
Yeah,
I
it's
wouldn't
probably
have had my
unlikely you
rifle.
would have your rifle, at this stage.
That is unfair.
You can have knives, obviously. Knives are accessible.
Guns for show, knives for a pro. Yeah, okay. My knife will be in my hand.
Okay. So you'll draw your knife. Well, Professor would see this. It's in me. Get it out.
I'm being as attentive as I can be.
Cut it out, I think he means, man. Cut
Say
it
again?
out. Cut
He
it
starts
out.
grabbing at your
You fucking cut it out.
You've got the knife.
There you go.
Oh,
I'm going to cut a bloke open.
No, I did. Make a sun roll, Amos.
78.
I am on 70 fucking 9.
Oh, well, you are. Wow. Yep, you're fine. Yeah, this thing's rippling in him, and he's asking you to cut him open, but you're
seen
handling
worse.
it fairly well.
Well, I think I might just be a bit numbed to the whole thing. This is just all lumped in with the insanity earlier on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
it's got to be cut out. I'm going to do it. I take the knife if it's offered, Amos, and I just grit my teeth and try and release this thing. Like you cut the skin, so not down into the body itself, but just to
Like an
allow
abscess.
what's in it to get out. Yeah,
Sorry,
I'll give it a go.
where are you cutting?
it's down the line of skin on top of his chest, I think.
Okay.
Yeah,
Did I see anyone running away
Make
after
a
I looked out the window?
spot hidden roll and make a hard spot hidden roll. So half
Ooh.
success.
Absolutely not. So
Looking
whoever's
out, there
done-
are people around out there. It's quite, but not many. It's quite sparse. You just looking across the back here, it kind of just goes out to a wall that would be the rear of the university here. It would trail around to the gardens
I
at the front.
didn't
So
even
there's
make
not much
a
view
normal
here.
spot hidden, so I wouldn't have seen people like looking after some idiot that's charging off.
So you'd have to jump out the window and go look. Really, there's nothing you can see from
Not
the
if
window.
I can see. So I do have medical training.
Right.
With
So you look at these
I'm
butchers.
quite good
yeah.
at it, in fact.
With a trembling hand, then I'd pass the knife across to Hudson, thankful that I wasn't having to do it.
Do you want the sand roll or?
Yes, please. Especially you got to cut something out with this wriggling thing inside.
Yeah, but what else are you going to do? I'm
For
going to.
You
I
can't
don't
do
think
anything.
that's a-
the record.
You can't
I don't
luck.
think that's a critical fail, but it's definitely.
No, if you've got over 50 sand, we'll say that's not a critical fail.
Oh, only just. But
If you've got less,
so D2.
D2.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
2.
But the medical bloke in front of us is going bonkers.
We've shaken. No, well, two doesn't do anything to you. But he's certainly got a shaky hand.
He knows how abnormal this is, perhaps.
I've almost certainly had to cut open similar swellings for infections, bites, stuff like that, but not one that's fucking moving. So that's going to be.
You notice around his mouth the secretions. They seem to have burnt him, like some sort of acid on his lips are kind of burnt from this kind of sort of like white secretion. So you certainly think something has entered his body via his oral orifice. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm thinking some sort of parasite. I mean, there's definitely insects and stuff, but this is a bit extra. Anyway, not worrying about that.
You can make a medicine roll, or
Can I get up and vomit in a corner so I don't have to watch this now?
yeah, there's waste paper baskets there. You can vomit neatly.
Yeah, my
or
moment of
filing
bravery is
cabinets.
over. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Okay.
Despite my initial repulsion, there is like an element of I'm mildly curious, so I will watch.
Okay. Cool. You can watch with interest.
Spoken like a man with 79 sand points.
Hang on. No.
Well, if it's close, you can spend luck, obviously, or push the roll.
I made it on first aid, but I didn't make it on medicine.
How much did you fail for on medicine?
Too much to use luck on.
Force it then. You might kill him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Obviously, if you're pushing any sort of rolls here, then it is.
So it's not a first aid roll? No.
Potentially.
Okay.
You could do it on hard first aid. Yeah.
No, that's still a lot. I'm going to have to force it because he's dead either way.
He's a murderer!
And what happens to him?
Did you fail? You can obviously use luck on it.
No, I can't.
Okay. Well, you've put the knife more deeply into him than you would have intended. Yeah, I mean, you've done him some sort of permanent damage here. In doing so, you've made the incision to it. Something shoots up from the wound and tries to latch on into your mouth. It's kind of fist-sized glob. It looks like a maggot surrounded by fat and globules. And it's now attached. Well, that failure, you pushed the roll, didn't you? So it's attached itself to your lips and it's trying to force its way in. Is that a good place potentially to leave this session? I don't know.
No!
Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
Well, there you go. Well done. Lots of sanity loss. And one player character's almost dead, so all good.
Yeah.
If you cut his head off from the neck, it can't impregnate him.
Exactly. That's the sort of medicine I like to see.
This is.
Bit
I'm
old
going to
school,
go
but-
insane in this room, aren't I?
You've already been sick in a bucket. You're fine.
Yeah, I just keep my head in this bucket. That's what I'm going to do. My head is in the bucket. It's not coming out until this is over.
It's horrific.